It is a Monday. It is just about 4:15, so it's a perfect time to talk to our good friend and former Giants Super Bowl champion, Byron Hunt. Byron, I know we should be rejoicing over a 27-23 victory over Baltimore, but as a guy who was on the field, as a guy who we have talked to numerous times about Odell Beckham Jr., what do you make of his antics this week?
Well, guys, there's good news. There should be a lot of good news because the Giants did win the ball game, but I'm going to look at it this way. The good news, the Giants won the ball game. They ended a 3-game losing streak. The bad news is our beloved Giants are still in last place in the NFC East. And on top of it, yes, Beckham had a breakout game. I think his antics are going to continue. Because I don't know if he's getting profit sharing, but his jerseys are number one across the NFL. I don't know if he is. I'm assuming that he is. I'm assuming that his endorsements or fees are going up and up and up. So are his fines going up and up and up. So there's good and there's bad with Odell Beckham, guys. But let me just say this to all those Giants fans that are out there listening, and to just football fans in general. You take your helmet off, that's automatically a 15-yard penalty. And that's really for protection issues. We've seen this happen before and I've seen this in NFL games, where if a guy loses his helmet, he's out of the play. You can't hit a guy. You can't tackle anybody. You're supposed to be a person, you're 11 on 11. You lose your helmet, okay, now you lose one guy. So, and on top of it, just think about it. The Giants get a 15-yard penalty. Josh kicks the ball down to the 6-yard line, I think it was. They return it out to the 32-yard line. Instead of maybe it being a touchback coming out to the 25 or kicking it deep, maybe down to the end zone or right at the 1 or 2 yard line, and maybe have some better field position. What happens? They get the ball on the 32-yard line, and guys, let me tell you. If it's a field goal to win, I'm going to take the chance for the Giants are going to lose that game.
Byron, when you think about former New York Giants, sometimes guys like Lawrence Taylor, one of your former teammates, they need to be crazy. They got to let them be themselves out on the football field. How often, maybe some of your teammates, where this craziness is actually good for the team?
Well, I'm telling you, I think it's different when you play offense. And this is just in my opinion. I love enthusiasm. Look, I think it's good that Odell Beckham is very enthusiastic. But I think there's a fine line there. And we never really crossed that line. Guys, if you want to listen to some of the things that were going on the field when I was playing, yes. The standards would be different. Yes, the play. We had good, solid play across the board. Yes, we had some guys like Lawrence Taylor who yelled and cursed, but let me tell you, if you go back and look at Lawrence Taylor and what he did on the field, he never cost us field position. He never got personal fouls. He never, very seldom did Lawrence Taylor get flagged for anything on the football field. I think Odell Beckham probably knows that when he takes his helmet off, it's going to cost 15-yard penalty. But, it's like he is not in the game. The Ravens could go down there and score a touchdown there. And we look at this and go wow, that was 15-yard penalty. And really, when you think about that game, Odell Beckham had a 15-yard penalty. And there was a roughing the passer quarterback on. I can't think who it was on defense. That's 30 yards you just gave a team that has one of the best, in my opinion, quarterbacks. Flacco can go down the field on just about anybody. So there's some things on the Giants that I'm very uncomfortable with. I don't think the Giants are not – I don't think they're a good team. Their defense has been playing well enough to keep the teams down. They're playing, Minnesota had 24 points, and here at Baltimore, I think they had 23 points. and they're giving up really less than 20 points a game. That's good. But this is the first time this year. I think this is the most points the Giants have scored in a game. But they did the same thing they've been doing every game, guys. They're getting down early in the game. And for a Giant fan or for me, if I'm playing defense, that makes me very uncomfortable. That means we're going to come back every game and try to win. And you can't be spotting your opponents 7, 10, 14 points in the first quarter, first half, and expect to come back and win every game.
Byron Hunt brought to us by our friends at Katie O'Byrne's in Schenectady. So Byron, the next game for the Giants, it's locally a 9:30 a.m. kickoff as they play the Rams in London. Did you see enough against the Ravens to believe that the Giants can go ahead and win one across the pond?
Well, I mean, it's going to be. I mean, it's going to be a 9:30 game here. Over there in London, I guess, I don't know what time the game is going to be over there, 7 o'clock, 4 o'clock, whatever it's going to be. But here's the bottom line, guys, is that I'm hoping between now and the time they play over in London that the Giants find a running back. They find a running game. Has anybody seen the Giants running game recently?
No.
No.
I mean, maybe there's some fans out there that can. Maybe are there anybody out there? Maybe we can pull somebody out off the street. But they have got to get this running game going. And let me tell you guys, the Rams, they are not. Yes, the Rams have had a couple tough games, but they are not going to allow the Giants to run the game. And if you look at what's going on, like Eli Manning, yes, he's one of the top in passing. Odell Beckham Jr., yes, he's one of the top in receiving. But when you see the yards that Eli Manning is putting up, you would think that the Giants are scoring 30-plus points every game. 30 points every game. I was kind of a tongue twister there, guys. But you know what I mean. I mean, the Giants are not scoring enough points to be throwing the ball all around like that. And too many bad things are happening, yes. 2 interceptions again. The one interception, at the end of the second quarter or whatever. Okay, I understand that. But the other one was bad. It put the Giants in a very tough position. Yes, they had a goal line stand. Yes, they did. But right now, the Giants got 6 sacks. That's about 1 sack a game. So maybe this is by design. And only thing I can do when I look at this team, the X and O's of the New York Football Giants team, the only thing I can really understand that the coaching staff might be doing, and maybe they're fooling me, is they're saying we don't necessarily have a great pass rush. We don't necessarily have any great guys, linebackers that can blitz, and get to the quarterback. Yes, they tried some safety blitzes or some corner blitzes, and they missed the quarterback or they hadn't got there. So maybe we don't have the greatest in cover people. But, guys, if we can just hold our opponents down under 20 points, our offense can score with the best of them. Because right now, that's the only way I see this team is going to be able to win. Because they're not really great at anything. And if you look, the league leaders, Odell Beckham and Eli Manning, that's only 2 guys. No sack leaders, no tackle leaders, no interception leaders. One guy's got 2 interceptions for the Giants when they brought in from the Rams, Jenkins. The field goal kicker, yes, he's doing a good job, but come on, you don't be relying on your field goal. Hey, let me tell you, guys, this is their strategy. They're saying late in the season it's going to be cold when you come to Giants Stadium. When the Dallas Cowboys come in town, 5-1, they're not going to want to play in the cold weather. So we're going to be able to play some good, strong. I'm not going to give up touchdowns. I'm only going to give up some field goals, and we'll hold it down. And our offensive guys, I will outscore them. That has got to be the strategy, guys. I think we're missing it.
Byron always fired up. Byron, the game this weekend is a 9:30 a.m. kickoff here on the East Coast.
2:30 in London.
2:30 in London. If Byron Hunt was playing...
Okay.
Yeah, if you were playing and they told you, look, Byron, you're getting on a plane, you're going to play in London, England this weekend, what would your feelings be about that game?
Well, I'm kind of the only thing I know about London, England, is back in 1981, guys. I'm dating myself a little bit about this. I saw the Who in concert.
Whoa,
I know they
nice.
started out in London, England, so I guess I would be excited about it because I would be in a place that I actually saw a rock and roll group play at an early age, and maybe some of that would rub off on me, and I would be excited about it. But let me tell you guys, 9:30 in the morning, I mean, look, it's okay if you had a couple of beers, you know, you wake up on Sunday, Monday, maybe you were out on Friday night, you had a few beers, you wake up, you have some Bloody Marys, you know, you got maybe a few hot dog buns and some hamburgers waiting on the grill for after the pickup game, you know, but that's about it. 9:30, that's a pickup game time. That's what you do in the morning on Sunday mornings. You play a pickup game. You don't play a real game. I'm worried about this game. This game can go either way, guys. It can go either way. That would be my biggest concern. Is everybody going to be ready to play?
Byron Hunt joining us. Byron, is that are we in must-win territory for the Giants straight through? Like, with all that being said on how crazy it is, they got to play at 9:30 in the morning East Coast time. Do they have to win this game, right?
I think every game right now, and I don't like for the Giants to be in this position. I personally, as a member of our teams, when we were playing, being 3-3, roughly, almost 1/3 of the season is gone. But you're not 3-3 in second place. You're 3-3 in last place, and then the playoffs started today. The Giants will not make the playoffs, guys. We keep talking about this. We've been talking about this since the first day I spoke to you guys. And look, I appreciate Katie Burns and with sponsoring this spot. But let me tell you, you do not want to be 3-3 looking at everybody. I mean, we saw the Yankees, how the Yankees had every was a must-win coming down the stretch the last 20, 30 games. I mean, the Giants are looking up at the Eagles. The Eagles are having their problems. Looking up the Redskins. The Redskins look like they got their problems figured out. The Cowboys, they've won 5 in a row. So it's not like you're 3-3 in second place. You're 3-3 in last place, and every game is a must-win. But remember, you've already beat the Cowboys. That's a good thing. It's good they played them early. You still got 2 games with the Eagles. You got to play the Redskins in Washington. That's not going to be easy. The Giants have got their clock kicked, if you know what I mean. I would say something else by the Eagles over the last several years. Okay, and that is not good. So the teams they're looking up at, right? Everybody, they've all had success against the Giants. So yes, it's a must win. Absolutely. I mean, if anybody thinks different, you tell me. The Giants basically got to play playoff football all the way through the end of the season. That's the only way they're going to make it into the playoffs. And, guys, when you look down at that schedule, not necessarily easy schedule, but this NFC East, it always comes down to, wow, how many times is the NFC East one of the best conferences in the NFL? This has been going on for a long time. This is not just happening. Think about all the Super Bowls that have come out of the NFL East. I mean, the Eagles, of course, hadn't won a Super Bowl, but they've been to the Super Bowl twice. The Giants 4 Super Bowls. The Redskins got their share of Super Bowls. The Cowboys got their share of the Super Bowls. So it's not like these teams haven't won. These organizations haven't won. So this is not, the Central or even the West where the 49ers have dominated. I mean, this is the NFC East. Count all the Super Bowls from the NFC East, and that will tell you whether or not this is must-win every game.
He's Byron Hunt, and thanks to our friends at Katie Burns. He joins us every Monday at 4:15, gets us fired up and excited about Giants football. Byron, next week when we talk to you, hopefully we're coming off with another win, and we can start kind of breathing a little bit and celebrating the rebirth of the Giants this year.
Absolutely, guys. And if anybody talks to Jason Pierre-Paul and my man Vernon, can they say, please, for the sake of all the Giant fans out there that want to see somebody do a sack dance, can you please get to the
quarterback? Byron Hunt, man, we love you. Thanks so much for making time for us, brother.
All right, guys, y'all take care. And hey, we got to hook up at Katie Burns. I got to talk to you guys because I'm coming in town. I'll give you the info once I get it from me.
I love
Absolutely.
that plan. And Gaz is buying, so we'll be good to go.
Wait a second.
Guys, excellent, guys. That's what I like. Like, it's good to have somebody that's willing to take it for the team. And I tell you guys, I'm not going to say anything else, but let's go Giants.
All right. Byron, have a great week. We'll talk to you on Monday, sir.
All right, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.